What would you do if you ran into a wild animal on the street? Panic, chaos,
Sworn down.
or moments no one saw coming? Join WOW TV and dive into Wild Animals Invading Cities Caught on Camera. You've got 3 seconds to figure out why everyone's on edge. Time's up. The woman's reaction makes it clear. This guest is anything but welcome.
Boys, he did it. He's getting him. Yes. Getting him. He's getting him. Yeah. Yep.
A shocking moment for the man as a leopard suddenly burst into a cafe in India. Luckily, he got out just in time. A bold raccoon made a surprise visit to a Marine office. Looks like it wanted to enlist as the Marine's newest special recruit. I bet she won't forget this mess. It turned into a totally unplanned workday.
So, oh, that's not a pup.
This coyote looked lost and confused in this situation. After all, this isn't the kind of place it belongs.
You let him out. You go for my coyote. Come on, man. Go ahead. See you later, man.
Oh, don't go!
All this lizard wanted was to get its head out of the can and make it back home. Building near forests makes wildlife wander into neighborhoods more often than you'd think. A quick reaction helped the guard escape the lion by a split second. It's hard to believe a large bear could live in a basement for so long without anyone noticing.
Go that way! Go! Go! He's out!
In India, elephants entering people's homes is not uncommon. After rummaging through the kitchen, it walked off with a bag of rice like a prize. Florida never runs out of uninvited guests. Let's see how these officers handle it.
Got it, George.
Rescuers found an 18-foot cobra hiding in a drain. And after a tense struggle, they moved it to a safe area far from homes.
Whoa!
Oh, there's a video.
Get back, go. Your camera.
I'm sitting like. Catch him! Yeah! What a crowd!
I'm gonna try to get him out right now. All right, it's unlocked.
Ready? There he goes. There he goes. Oh, he's a brown.
He is brown, but he's big black.
A curious baby seal left its familiar waters and wandered into a pub to explore something new. But the little adventure didn't last long. Police got the call after a deer crashed through a nursing home window and ended up stuck inside the building. The sudden break-in was a clear reminder that wildlife is moving closer and closer into human spaces. Through the car window, the driver got a front row look at a master predator. No safari ticket needed.
Parceiro, realmente também muito a propósito.
A Liga match was briefly disrupted by a playful parrot taking a stroll across the field.
Tranquilo.
A beleza. Algum cuidado, o mais importante aqui. Isto é um avançado difícil de marcar. É um avançado difícil de marcar, não há.
Oh my gosh, here he goes. He's moving. Wow. Oh my god, he's going on the boat.
What a gentleman! He just grabbed the chips and didn't bother anyone on the boat. A wild boar smashed through the gate and forced its way into a home in Thailand. Even after the man reinforced the fence and sealed every gap, the trouble kept coming back. Who knows if anything on today's menu suited this unexpected customer? This massive neighbor dropped by with an empty stomach. But no one in the village was eager to host such a scary guest. Drivers were stunned as a tiger wandered and growled between cars in a traffic jam in Qatar. And in Spain, a horse was left confused after losing its sense of direction. A terrifying scene unfolded as millions of locusts swarmed over a village. Instead of panicking, the residents stayed calm, kept their distance, and used a bit of food to guide the elephant back out.
Thailand.
A little bit, but it's just having a hard time standing up.
Oh, I know, little buddy.
A Florida living room suddenly welcomed a visitor from the forest, a deer.
You're okay. Easy. Hey. Hey. You're good. You're okay. You're good.
The officer carefully secured the animal and guided it back to its natural habitat.
Hey. Hey. Right here. Come on.
34, 7, and 8 unit check.
Without backing down, the farmer stepped in to stop the threat from the king of the plains. Just as it was enjoying a quiet moment up in the tree, the area's true owner showed up.
Grab that tail first. Oh my God. Ah! All right, here we go. I'm gonna grab that tail first, just like that. Come under him. Oh, there we go, guys. Oh my God, this thing is huge. Oh my God, look at this size of this giant. He's a nice light color. Right now they're mating, so they're gonna be nice and bright. Check him out and look at that mouth. Arr! Let's go, baby, get it done. Come on now. Woo!
Skiing here felt like an extreme version of the sport. A heart-pounding experience, like starring in your own survival movie. Apparently, this pigeon wanted to experience flight in its own way. A nursing home turned lively when two black bears showed up. One even opened the front door to get inside. As spring approached, wildlife officials warned residents to avoid any contact with bear cubs.
Bears are coming in.
Oh, how precious.
Monkeys seemed especially curious about cars, especially those side mirrors.
Nugget, where are you? Nugget, stop eating the toilet paper. Hey, hello? Can you stop eating the toilet paper? It's not yours. Yeah, you need to stop. Can you stop? No? Okay.
The neighborhood's calm was suddenly disrupted when a leopard appeared out of nowhere. After 7 tense hours keeping it contained in a kitchen, officials finally caught the animal. Despite the homeowner being present and the hen trying to protect it, the eagle still swooped in and grabbed the chick. Beyond leopards, elephants are also frequent troublemakers on India's streets, keeping everyone on alert. Floodwaters swept a crocodile into a neighborhood. Pushing past their fear, residents helped guide it back to a safe place. Thousands of bald eagles filled the sky above the Branson Walmart. No one knew what drew them in, but witnesses said it looked straight out of a movie.
Get to your cars carefully.
Lennon, what's down there?
It's not bats, it's actually really creepy. All those things on the walls are bats.
They are bats.
With its silent movement and night hunting skills, even an alert guard dog couldn't escape the jaguar.
Esta casa, voy a acabar con todo. ¿Qué dijo? No, mijo. ¿Ey, qué? ¿Ey, qué? No se meta, no se ha metido a dañarme mi casita. Esta casa la pagué yo con mucho esfuerzo. Si se va a dañar esta casa, la daño yo. No un huracán a venir acá.
No one had time to react when a wild boar suddenly charged into the salon. Calm turned into chaos in seconds. It must have been a long night for the officers as the alligator took a stroll through the city.
You want me to grab the legs and everything else, right?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
There you go. Go around.
The woman had an unforgettable moment when she unexpectedly came face to face with the snake. Luckily, she moved away just in time before it could react.
Get back! Get back! It's a snake! It's over my f***ing leg!
The leopard showed up with a clear target in mind. The free-ranging dog had caught its attention. Traffic came to a standstill due to an elephant's visit. Drop a comment below if you've ever had wildlife block your way.
Wow.
That was the crocodile's defensive display, a warning to keep a safe distance. Once people gave it space, it moved back towards the swamp on its own. This is exactly why door locks exist, even when you've got a guard pet.
Getting everyone's food from tables.
The diners just wanted a quiet meal, but this hungry monkey said no.
Yeah.
In Australia, a dramatic surprise can feel like just another day. Like a koala sitting right in your bedroom.
Ele tava aqui, o Aaron tava cheirando ele.
What do I do?
O que ele tá fazendo?
Ele tá subindo em cima do...
Tem que ligar pra alguém pra resgatar.
Or a kangaroo hopping into a hospital right on Australia Day. If the network went down that day, The culprit might have been this sloth stuck inside a server cabinet.
Ela tá tentando ir pro lado de lá. Aí ela soltou. Pronto, soltou. Mas embora, vê se ela solta aí. Soltou aí? Aí, garotinho.
Pero es rapidísimo. Mira, 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 mira. ¡Esa! Qué lindo que es, por Dios. Los tira, ¿viste? Los tira. Se afana de a dos. Mira, mira.
After watching one too many cookouts, this bear family figured it was time to upgrade their meal. Despite its size, just 2 dogs were enough to confuse the young elephant and send it running off.
That's not good.
Welcome to my home.
Jetzt komme ich nicht mehr rein.
Oh no, this guest wasn't on the list. No doubt about it, baboons are a tourist's worst nightmare. Instead of staying in the zoo, this group of chimpanzees pulled off a bold escape. Now they're making the most of their freedom, wandering through and exploring the town. The entire pharmacy was on edge when a turkey decided to claim the place as its territory. In the end, a specialist stepped in and returned the aggressive bird to where it belonged. Looks like human jewelry caught this wild boar's attention. Come on, you can't use those anyway. It seems the deer got disoriented and ran straight into the glass door of an empty classroom.
Ai, Robson!
Ele gosta. Many snakes tend to seek out dark, tight, and warm spaces. That's why cars can become perfect hiding spots, especially when left parked too long. Let me help you move a little faster.
É o macho.
Ski faster, ladies, ski faster! Eccolo, beh, arrivato per la Magic Croazia, vediamo un guardo, chissà se si sarà...
Kijk nou, en het Bart zegt dat... Kijk nou!
Wildlife crossing the road isn't uncommon, but a deer appearing on a highway made the situation far more dangerous.
ये क्या है यार? नहीं
ये गलती से आ गया इधर चला गया धीरे करके यो
It wasn't snow that brought the city to a halt this time. It was a group of wild boars stopping traffic in its tracks.
Teraz przeliczymy. Ja pierdzielę. Raz, dwa, trzy, 4, 5.
Neza, get back. Come on.
Arbeiten und der Bruder ist offensichtlich gerade auf Nahrungssuche und versucht. Oh, Digga! Da ist einfach die komplette Affen-Family.
Insomma, abbastanza cattivo, no?
Non so come passare.
The wild takeover in the neighborhood is just getting started. Think you could handle it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the next moment from the animal world.